Hi guys, my name is Mayumbula Michael Chikwililwa. Most people just call me Michael. I decided to do this video because I get asked very often, Michael, what can I do in order to become a prolific speaker? And so what I've decided is I'm going to record a series of videos that are going to try and look at this topic, to try and share the limited knowledge that I have with you guys on this topic. Now, I'd like to start off by asking you a question. How many times have you dreamt of yourself being on a bright stage? How many times have you seen yourself in front of this massive audience, speaking to the masses, sharing a message that you are so passionate about that you know is going to change the world? And yet, at the end of the day, all it remains is a dream. What are some of the things that are actually preventing you from achieving this dream? Well, if we're honest, we have a lot of excuses that actually prevent us from doing this. And the first of these comes from a sense of self doubt. And because we have this self doubt within ourselves, we never get to the point where we're actually going to get up and literally do something about sharing this wonderful dream that we want to share with the rest of the world. Another thing that also keeps us behind is the fact that we don't often feel as though we have the necessary qualifications. So we say, you know what, when I get this qualification, when I've conducted this research, then and only then am I going to present this message to the world. And we get stuck in a state of analysis paralysis, all kinds of things keeping us back. And then the other big reason that a lot of people don't manage to actually get out there and become speakers is the fact that they're afraid of standing in front of a large audience. Public speaking is the number one fear in the world. And so some of these reasons, and there might be other reasons that you might have that are actually keeping or preventing you from actually becoming this prolific speaker. So what I have done over the course of about, let's say, 3 to 4 years is I developed a system that is mind map based that helps you not only develop speeches, but it also enables you to remember them. Now, for this particular video, we're going to be looking at what it is that is required to make you a prolific or a great speaker, or what people look at when trying to determine what makes a person a very effective speaker. And I got many of these principles from this book written by this gentleman here, Mr. Andriy Zedniev, and this book is called The Magic of Public Speaking. Don't let the cover fool you. Trust me, this book is brilliant. You need to get a hold of this if you want to become a professional speaker. It's one of my top 10 books for professional speaking. Now, within this book, Mr. Zedniev speaks about the certain principles that he calls the foundation of professional speaking. I like to refer to them as the four kings, and each one of these four kings counts for 25%. When you add up all four of them, you get 100%. And this will determine your level as a professional speaker or how people are actually going to perceive you. Now, the first king that is paramount is that of authenticity. From the moment that you open your mouth or that you walk on stage, in less than 14 seconds, the audience is actually determining or actually deciding whether or not they like you. And we have a built-in fake monitor. If people perceive you as being fake, they will never connect with you emotionally and you will totally lose your audience. This is the most important king. The second king is that of energy. Now, one misconception is that people think that in order for me to be a brilliant speaker, I need to be running up and down the stage and, having, no, 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 no. When I refer to energy, I'm referring to energy that comes from a place of authenticity. And this essentially means that you need to be real. You can't try and manufacture this energy when you get up on stage. So say, for example, you're at a funeral, and because there's an atmosphere of sadness, when you speak to the people from that genuine emotion, that energy that is going to flow from you is going to seep into the audience. It's the same with trying to motivate a sports team to go out there and win the match. The energy that you have and the authenticity that it's going to come from is going to channel into the audience. The third king is that of storytelling. If you really want people to be able to remember your speeches, then you have to master the art of storytelling. This is highly crucial, and this is one of the most underrated elements. And as we go along through this series, I'll be touching a lot more on storytelling as well. But one of the major reasons why storytelling works is the fact that storytelling enables you to elicit emotion within the audience. And that emotion is going to act as glue to make sure that people remember what you say. Storytelling also allows the audience to dive and literally engulf themselves into your presentation as they put themselves in the shoes of one of the characters in the story that you might be telling. And last but not least, you need some form of structured coaching. My recommendation is that you join a Toastmasters club. Now, why do I say this? At a Toastmasters club, you will literally be able to be evaluated by other people who are brilliant speakers who will help you fine tune the areas that you need in order to improve, in order to become an effective speaker. So Toastmasters will look at things like your vocal projection. Toastmasters will look at things such as how to make use of the stage, how to structure your speech. Toastmasters is going to teach you about body language and many, many, many other things. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure presenting to you. And as I mentioned, this is the first in a series of videos, and I look forward to speaking to you again. Cheers.